I'm going to talk about taxes rising, Obama's push for immigration reform, the GDP decreasing, desperate college kids looking for jobs, gun control, the state of marriage, and let me tell you, this is going to be the most fact-filled, controversial video I've ever done. April 9th, 2009. I'm DemCad, also known as Reginald. I'm not going to pull any punches today. I'm going to get right to the point. Japan's Prime Minister is going to announce a new stimulus package. It's going to be $154 billion. So it begins. More states are looking to raise taxes. This definitely isn't a surprise. There's at least 10 states considering raising taxes. As you know, tax revenue is plummeting all over the country. Arizona, Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Jersey, Washington, Oregon, Wisconsin, California, and New York are also raising taxes. Basically, the blue states are raising taxes right now. Revenue is plummeting. This is why I have been ignoring the stock market lately. It's a bear market rally. The core numbers are pretty solid. It's pretty obvious. The message is clear. We're in big trouble. Unemployment, the U6 unemployment, which includes part-time workers and discouraged workers, it's at 15.6%. We lost 742,000 jobs in March. We've lost at least 500,000 jobs in every month in the last 4 months. That's the bare minimum. GDP has contracted 6.3% in the fourth quarter of last year. 4 out of the 10 worst months of job loss since the Great Depression has occurred in the last 6 months. November 2008, December 2008, January 2009, February 2009. Actually, if you include March, it's actually 5 out of 10. Of course, some people will say that it's not as bad as other years when you take into account that when you look at the month-over-month declines in non-farm payrolls and in the actual percentages, it's actually a little bit lower than the other months. But as you know, there's a lot less people working on farms than there used to be. So comparing 2009 to 1945 doesn't make any sense. I mean, we're losing over 500,000 jobs a month. Well over 500,000 jobs a month. Okay, the Federal Open Market Committee, they're going to revise their forecast. They're going to bring it down to GDP, gross domestic product. They're going to bring that down to, they're going to project a 1.3% decline, somewhere between 0.5 and 1.3% decline for 2009. They also had to downgrade their projections for 2010. They're expecting a 2.5 to 3.3% increase. We'll see if that works out very well. Obama's going to push for immigration reform. He's not going to push at it hardcore, not until the whole economic situation has been resolved, but he's going to look for a way for the illegal immigrants to have a pathway to citizenship. So we'll see how well that works out. I don't think that's going to get anywhere. The Democrats in the House and the Senate are not going to support it, especially the ones in the House, because a lot of them are centrists anyway, and their constituents will not appreciate any type of amnesty. A new survey shows that about half of American workers who have been laid off have managed to find a new job, but the pay is less and they're in different fields, which doesn't surprise me. Basically, this is the Jane Doe scenario in which Jane Doe has worked at Company A for 23 years. Now, she used to be an account executive. She used to be an account executive. She lost her job, and now she's working $1 or $2 above minimum wage. Oh, and by the way, according to the government, the U3 number, she's not unemployed. This brings me to the spring. What's going to happen when all of these college kids get out of school and they start looking for a job? Because I know they're looking for jobs right now. In May, that's when most of these schools have their graduation, and that's when the kids are going to start looking for a job. And by the way, this is going to be the largest graduating class in American history. I mean, the largest one. The classes keep getting bigger and bigger. We're going to have more and more kids. We're going to have more kids looking for jobs right out of college than we've ever had. And they're not going to be able to find any jobs. Okay, I've been through this scenario. When I graduated from college, I went through all of this. And you know what? They're going to graduate after 4 to 5 years of work, after tens of thousands of dollars in loans, after all that debt. They won't be able to find much of a job. They're going to be competing with people with 20 and 30 years of experience. Can you imagine competing with somebody with 20, 30 years of experience and you're just out of college? Okay, it's going to take about 6 months, I calculate, for them to finally realize that they're not going to find anything. And my question is, what happens when that optimism fades? Because a lot of these kids are used to getting a lot. A lot of these kids are they're used to a certain type of lifestyle, and when they realize that that's pretty much over and this whole American dream that they were promised isn't going to be there, how are they going to respond to that? Okay, and I think it's going to be around, what, 6 to 9 months until when they finally figure out what's really going on. That's going to be October to what? November and October to November to December. Let's see how they react. And I think that's going to be one of the reasons why we see major events in the fall. And it's one of the reasons why I expect a market decline in the fall. Fewer Americans support stricter gun control laws. Well, that's not a surprise. In 2001, the Gallup polling showed that 54% of Americans wanted stricter gun control laws. In 2007, that number was down to 50%. Now it's down to 39%. And you know what? It's going to get lower because you're seeing people from different walks of life get into this now. It's not just a liberal conservative issue anymore. That's what it used to be, you know. Now you're seeing liberal Democrats like Vincent for WH own firearms. You're seeing newbies like myself, people buy guns now. So the attitude towards guns is definitely shifting. Number of out of wedlock births in this country is hitting a record high. Let me just say this. Marriage as an institution is effectively over. Okay, it's coming to an end. Men are realizing that there's absolutely no incentive to get married. Okay, the divorce courts are incredibly hostile towards men. They have very little rights. The divorce courts, the whole system is brutal towards men. There's no pressure to get married, and marriage offers absolutely nothing that a man can't get without marriage. Alimony is scaring a lot. Alimony and long-term financial commitments, they're scaring decent men away, and you're going to see marriage decline tremendously. In fact, I think in about 20 years, the only people getting married will be gay people. I mean, it's over, and that's pretty much the theme of this video. It's over. It's over. Our economic system, our current way of living, it's over. Borrowing money just to spend it, it's over. 70% consumption economy, over. We could either make this a more positive change by preparing, stockpiling food, getting information about a garden, growing a garden if you can, investing in water purifiers and getting organized and getting educated, or we can make this even worse by panicking. Ultimately, we need to take action, remain calm, warn friends and family, and try to help people.